we have returned. Right then, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Pirates of the Caribbean. Now, it does strike me that we have just had our livelihood threatened by a rather posh Englishman, so perhaps I really ought to cull the posh Englishman within me and try a different introduction. So perhaps something to the effect of, Avast ye scurvy knaves might be more effective. What are you two doing hiding back here, being sneaky? Oh, there's a sneaky door here that we can't go through, which is a tragedy, but never mind. Yes, perhaps we ought to reimagine the introductions to this series of videos to reflect the fact that the English are being a little naughty to us at the moment. But never mind. Now, there are a great many things that we need to do. The first thing I wish to do, actually, is to return to the church, because this fellow here, if I remember, Father Bernard, as he liked to put at the end of his buggy sentences.
The path of piracy leads only to damnation, my son.
I'm sure it does. I am sure it violates many important rules. Now, if I remember correctly, you can give a charitable donation to the church in order to improve your reputation, and this might be enough in order to improve my reputation sufficiently that he'll give me his quest. So, perhaps I can give him some money. 5,000 gold? Sheesh. Let's go with the middle ground and give 1,000 pieces. Thank you for your gift. Can I talk to you? Oh, for crying out loud. Did that even improve my reputation? That's the wrong button. Did that even improve my reputation? No, it still seems to neutral. So I gave him 1,000 gold, and it did the grand total of diddly squat. I just paid you £1,000, mate. This is literally pay to play at this point. I do not approve of this in the slightest. Never mind. It doesn't matter. Kitty. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Alright, so... I should just take one moment to apologise for a slight glitch that occurred in the recording last week. It was around 18 minutes in, I think. It was just as we left the tavern. Oh, hang on. I spot an opportunity for the pilfering of stuff. It's alright, he's not looking. Where is it? Where is the stuff I'm pilfering? Is it this bucket? I'm pilfering a bucket. How exciting! 100 gold pieces. There we are. 10% of my donation back. It's tax deductible, you see. That's where it comes from. Yeah, there was a slight glitch in the recording where some bizarre corruption occurred, both around the camera and also the character's back, which was a little bit strange. But that seemed to only happen for a moment. Hopefully, that won't happen again. Not really sure what the cause of it was, because I looked back at the sort of the raw original footage. Hello, I don't remember you being here before. Are you in need of assistance, good sir? I was going to look around to make sure that nobody sees me being charitable, since apparently it doesn't do any good. Yeah, it wasn't there in the original raw footage, but apparently it was there in the it was caused by the recording software and some sort of glitch. I don't know. It's never happened before. Hopefully it won't happen again. Nice to meet you. Let's get down to business. Do you want something from me? Oh, so he's not, like, requesting money? What's the latest buzz? Pretty sure that was not a term in the 1630s, but never mind. I heard the Redmond Governor put a... Yes, yeah, I remember this. Because this game is not excellent... it doesn't have like an excellent quest, but will list absolutely all the rumours that you've heard. I've been keeping a little piece of paper with a little cheat sheet of things that I need to remember on, and one of the things was that Redmond Governor merchant situation. So, can I ask for directions? Only to the tavern, the shipyard, and the store. Yes. All right then. So there's no directions to the dungeons, essentially. Not the dungeons where we fight the skeletons. I mean the dungeons where they keep the scallywags. Presumably that is here somewhere. Ooh, look down there. There's a little river. How cute. I never remember seeing that before. Yeah, perhaps there's like a prison somewhere. That's the word I'm looking for. A prison that we could go to, where we could meet that merchant. Or I might go back and chat with the governor and see if I can talk to him about that, given that I've heard about this this mischievous little rumour. Then we'll go back to Ox Bay and begin our life as a spy. A very mischievous spy. I did notice while in editing how uncanny it was that I seemed to perfectly predict what was going to happen. Hello, you seem like a buccaneer of sorts.
Milord.
Patrick Bissett. Hello, I'm Patrick Bizzard. Who do I have the honour of dealing with? I am me, yes. Okay, so he just seems to be just a general local person, again, talking about the same thing as before. Alright, so he's not quite as exciting as I thought. Oh, that looks like it might be a prison. That might be a little bit of a prison. Can I go in here? Redmond Prison! Aha, excellent. I feel like I'm going to end up in here if I'm not careful. Hello, friend, you seem most grand.
The last pirate I met got fitted for a wooden leg, if you get my meaning.
I remember, yes. Just having a look around. Alright, so I can't question him about the merchant. So perhaps if I go for a little look around, perhaps I can meet the merchant and we can have a chat with him about his situation and possibly get him... Oh, goodness. Are you the jailer?
Sorry, sir, I can't converse.
They're very grim and gruff, aren't they? None of them are particularly cheery sorts, which I suppose is sort of expectable from people that have to deal with pirates and drunkards and all sorts of other mischievous horrors day in and day out for the sake of earning a few pennies. Man alive, I can't find any of these doors which are open, which perhaps shouldn't be a surprise in a prison, that all of the doors are locked. But, you know, surprised I still am. These look like they're where we might find our merchant friend. Except we don't seem to have found our merchant friend. Okay, this idea has not worked brilliantly. My giddy up. This looks like where you... I can knock on the door. I didn't know that. Alright, well I can't find the merchant here, so I'll just quickly I will quickly pop back to the elocution lessons that I left prematurely. There was nowhere off to the left that I could go, is there? No. Okay, well, we can't find the merchant then, so I don't know where he is. Let me quickly pop back and see if the governor's mansion is still open, and we will... I'll just see if I can ask him about what's going on. I doubt that I'll be able to, unless I could perhaps ask the tavern keeper, because they said it was a tavern brawl. So perhaps the tavern keeper was a witness, and we could get some information from him, perhaps. So let me pop in here and just see if I can question the old portly person himself.
My factor will call upon your grace's factor.
What on earth you're talking about? Never mind. I was hoping you had work for an able captain. I have business to discuss. You have my attention. Let's talk about it later. You should consider your choice of topics more widely. Definitely. Never mind. Okay, it was just a courtesy. Goodbye. Alright, I do not seem to be very good at chasing up these rumours. Turns out these rumours are just rumours, even though everybody in the entirety of the world seems to know about them, given that everybody that we've ever talked to in this game has said exactly the same thing. Right then, we'll talk to the tavern keeper and see if he knows anything about this, and then if not, we will strike it off the list.
Fish a clam!
This again. I remember you. I have a moment to talk. Surely here's lots of interesting rumours. What's going around? Yes. This again. But no. Alright. Any other rumours? Not much happened lately. Everything's been fairly smooth. I wonder how long things will stay like this. Oh, alright then. I am not surprised that I have no memory of ever doing a quest about a merchant in jail, because it seems like I can't, rain! I have no memory there being rain. I remember there being rain at sea, and there being storms and stuff, but I don't remember there being, rain in the towns. It feels all cosy and snuggly. Excellent then. Now...
As much as I loathe this village, their doubloons are always welcome here.
I remember, yes. Yes, I remember you, Mr. Knickerbockers. Alright, let me go back in here, because if I remember correctly, we gathered... Yeah, we had a sapphire here that's worth selling. So let me get rid of that. I don't know anything else of interest in me. Can't imagine it's been updated in the, as far as the game is concerned, 5 minutes since I was last here, but never mind.
Captain!
Yes,
So
you again.
good to see you.
Now...
And your money.
Now, regarding the silk, something else I noticed in editing was that I bought it for 22 and now I have to sell it for 12, because I don't think there's actually anywhere that I can get a better price for this, because the best price I'm going to get for it is the place that is importing it, and this place is importing it. I just made the stupid decision of buying it from somewhere where it was imported. So that's my own stupid fault. So I think I just need to sell this and cut my losses. So I'm going to do that. So we've made a loss on that, but it doesn't matter. So now, what I want to do is to go into my trade book and see if I can identify another way that we can make a little bit of cash. So where is Redmond? So they are exporting sailcloth, linen, ale, and clothes. Is Oxbay importing any of that? Where is Oxbay? Sailcloth. yeah, we could get a shipment of sailcloth. And hopefully this will actually turn out to be a decent investment this time. I mean, no one ever said business was easy, but never mind. Let me see if I can purchase a little sailcloth then. Where is that? Because you can also use the sailcloth. If you have sailcloth and planks on your ship, you can also use them for like conducting repairs as you go, like on your ship, without having to do it at a shipyard. So I think I'm going to buy 100 units of this, 100 units of sailcloth, because that's the vast majority of my cargo hold sorted out. So, oh yeah, obviously, I should have mentioned this before, you can buy weapons as well for your various cannons. You get standard cannonballs, you've got grape shots, which are useful for killing crew, I think. You've got nipples, which I do not remember being called that before, but never mind, which I think are useful for destroying the master ships, and also bombs, which are useful for being just lots and lots of damage, but obviously they're very expensive. Okay then, we've got our export ready, so now what I want to do is get back on my little ship, and we'll head back to Ox Bay. We will invade the French colony as a sneaky spy, and we will do a little bit of spying and also a little bit of selling, hopefully. It might be a slight complication because I doubt I'll be able to moor at Ox Bay itself. I predict that I'm going to have to moor somewhere else on the island due to my English flag, and then walk through the jungle in order to access it, because there are jungles on each of the islands as well. There aren't just the little towns. There are little jungles and things that you can access as well. So, where's my... You expect me to jump that distance? At least the water doesn't look so balked this morning, which is lovely. Let me get back on my boat. Here we are. Now, before I do anything else, can I, like, reload sails usability? No, I have a bizarre memory of being able to, like stand on the deck of your ship where you can then go and use your spyglass for stuff, but I don't know how to do that, but never mind. Let me go to the map, I think. Map, here we are. Now, where under the sun did I leave, where did I leave Ox Bay? Is that Ox Bay up there in the corner? I'm going to assume that it is, and I'm going to hope that we don't bump into any more pirates. Because this ship is not a particularly fast ship, right? It's rather a slow ship. Here's Ox Bay. Good. Okay, good. Lots of English ships around, so that hopefully means there won't be too many pirates. Okay, so let's come here, and now I need to find a way of, like, lowering the sails. There we are. Okay, so using the down control, you can put your sails down in order to stay a bit more still. Excellent, it's all dark and spooky. So let me see if I can sail to... What the hell? There's some French ships somewhere. Oh goodness, they are over there. How exciting! I didn't know that. Greenford Fort, Ox Bay Fort, Ox Bay Port, Greenford Port. Oh, there's another town on this island. I had forgotten. Okay. Does Greenford import the same things that Ox Bay does? I don't know. Presumably this is still under English colours, given I haven't been shot at yet. I don't see a flag. Oh no, there's a flag. Yes, it is still under English colours. Okay then. So let's moor the ship and be in a pickle because it's the middle of the freaking night. Oh my giddy. I'm so sorry. I wish I could offer you something better than this, but I can't. Alright, we have discovered a new place. So let me actually go back on my trade book for a moment. Is Greenford considered different from Ox Bay or not? Because if it's not... No, I mean, it's not listed here, so I presume that Ox Bay and Greenford are in fact the same place, if in fact Greenford has a store at all. So, oh goodness. The frame rate. What's happening with the frame rate? Move along, clear the streets. I'm going to. Yes, as soon as I figure out what's wrong with the frame rate. Giddy out. That was a bit frightening. Sorry, I always worry about the performance of this, because there's an awful lot going on, and there's so many different things that could go wrong with this. So, let me come in here, this little town, and see if I can find us a tavern that we could stay at the night. There we are. There's a tavern over there. That might be the store, maybe that over there. So let me pop in here and get a bed for the night, and then we'll try and sell our sailcloth and see what sort of price we get for it. Hello, friend. Who are you?
No pray, no pay. Right, matey?
Oh, you're a smuggler again. The problem is, This game loves reusing the character models for stuff, so we'll see this particular character model like 100 times as we go through this. In fact, this guy, who was the same Spaniard disliking Strawman that we saw before, is now the tavern.
Hey, Governor. Come and have a wee bit of the old Tom Thumb, eh?
I do remember that absolutely bizarre line. That is a audio line that is absolutely burned into my brain from playing this game in the old days, but never mind. It's nice to see somebody who dresses nicely here. My name is Simon Handpool, and I am the owner of this establishment. You talk about how I'm dressed, but you can't even keep this pigsty clean. Well, I see what a good tavern keeper you are. Goodness, you're not very pleasant here. Of course, as you say, how can I help you? A business proposition for you. I'm looking for work. Do you know any captains that are afraid to sail alone? Escort missions? No thank you. My giddy aunt. I'm rolling up my sleeves, mate. We're ready for that. Sheesh, I can't even escort myself around this place.
Come and have a wee bit of the old Tom Thumb, eh?
Oh, shush. Can I just have a room? Room for the morning, please. Yes, here are 5 gold pieces, and hopefully he'll give me another emerald. Are we seriously going to get another emerald from this? No, we're not. Okay, this seems reasonable. It still blows my mind, the profit we made from hiring that room. Never mind, it doesn't matter. Oh, we're up here. Oh, this is interesting. I thought we were in that little room off to the left of the bar, but it seems I stand corrected. Earth you all on about? I don't know. Who are you? You just have a big sword. You somebody exciting? An officer? What can you do? People say I'm a good quartermaster. Hire me for your ship, and you'll see for yourself. How much do you ask? Oh, 1,800 gold. That's a lot of money. That seems like a lot of money. Unfortunately, I'm sure I'm worth what I'm asking. If it's too expensive for you, someone else will ask less. Oh, dear, oh, dear, oh, dear. So you can get officers. I think you can ask them to command ships, and you can also have them sort of follow you around day to day as well, for the sake of being like followers for combat encounters. So that's something we can look into at one point. No, that's the shipyard. The tavern must be this way then. That's something we can look into at some point, but for right here and right now, I just need to really, really, really worry about the frame rate. Then, no, nothing's too hot. Everything seems to be running all right. If this is the situation at 18 minutes, I hate to think what it's going to look like in an hour, but never mind.
Come, sir, I have everything you need.
I'm sure that you do, John Filbert. What an excellent name. Yeah, we might look into getting some officers later, but for the right here and the right now, I don't think I've got enough money. Alright, I'd like to sell off some goods. So how much can I sell my sailcloth for? 5. Isn't that what I bought it for? I really need to start writing these things down. Let me get my piece of paper back and get a pen. Because this is getting ridiculous. I am a really bad businessman, right? Maybe Greenford and Oxbay are not the same place. Mind you, they are exporting silk like Oxbay is. We'll investigate that later. Never mind. Doesn't matter. We need to go across the jungle and reach the French encampment at Oxbay. Well, there's a little house here. Hopefully we can steal something and make up a bit of money for all the money I keep wasting by trying to become a tradesman. I don't know why I'm terrible at the exporting, right? Right, you would imagine that I would not be terrible at it. I thought it's just a case of following the trade book, but it seems more complicated than that. Oh my giddy aunt. Not having a great deal of luck at the moment, am I? But perhaps I shouldn't be surprised given I didn't upgrade my luck skill. Okay, let us go into the canyon. Oh, goodness. How exciting. So yes, there's these little jungles on the islands that kind of link up various different places. So on some of the islands that have 2 colonies, like this one, obviously you can travel from one colony to another via the jungle, and you can find other such exciting things in there. So I didn't remember that there was one person. There's one hidden behind this rock. I do remember that one person mentioned something about there being a mine. There is like a gap in the rock there, but there's nothing in there, which is a little bit of a shame. Some other pilfering person has purloined it already. That's a shame, but never mind. What is this? It's like an orc stronghold. Yeah, somebody did mention that there was a mine on Oxbay where they'd found something of interest. Is that what this is? Is this the mine? Hello, friend.
You got the look of a pirate, you do. For your sake. I'd best be wrong.
Shush, you mustachioed man. Get to work. I'm not a miner, sir. This is definitely the mine, though, so this is exciting. Can we go into any of these little houses and perhaps find a sort of a mining man that we can speak to? Hello, mining man.
Move along there. Right out.
Oh, they're so English. Alright, can I have this? At least we can find out whether I get arrested for stealing stuff right in front of people. Which means I'm going to save before I do that. I'm going to save over an old... Actually, no, I'm not, because that's the first save. Because if the recording gets bollocked, I need to go back to that one. But never mind. I'll make a new save, and then we'll overwrite the old saves afterwards. So if I do take this, do I get in trouble? No, seemingly not. This is excellent. Right then, Gideon. Can I investigate any of the other little houses, or can we just go down into the mines where we can investigate what they said? I can't remember what they think they said. Oh, it's locked. I mean, it's not. I mean, you know, it's like physically not locked because there isn't even a door, let alone a lock. But never mind. Well, that's a bit of a tragedy. I guess we're going to have to get some sort of permission to go in there, which is annoying. But never mind. I think they said they discovered some kind of old burial ground there with some artifacts and things, which sounds all rather exciting. But never mind. You can't have everything, particularly when there's rules on where you're allowed to go and where you're not. Oh well. Never mind. Never mind. It doesn't matter. A lighthouse. Oh, how exciting! Lighthouses, those things that we don't really have in the world anymore because everyone just uses GPS, so they all become a bit pointless. Never mind. I think this might be one of the places where you can meet the smugglers. You can come to this little cove and moor your ship if you want to sell a bit of contraband. That might actually be something worth experimenting with, because then the smugglers might at least give me a decent price, instead of everyone else around here who seems to give me an absolute bum price all the time. But never mind, we can investigate this little lighthouse and see what we can find. There seem to be some ruins of a larger structure here. It looks like it might have been another tower at some point. I can't really imagine why he built two lighthouses right next to each other. That just sounds confusing. I mean, sailing a ship is confusing enough as far as I'm concerned, without having two lighthouses to worry about. I'm also really glad that you don't have to do things like lighthouses. You can just sort of see where you're going. Because video games have this lovely habit of making the world at night far brighter than it actually is. I just wish the frame rate was a bit brighter than it is. Oh dear. Okay, can't go into this little house, probably where the lightkeeper lives, and can't go up these little steps. Can we actually go into the lighthouse itself, or are we barred from going there as well? Which is realistic, but also a bit of a pain in the bottom. No, we can't go here either. Hooray. Oh my Gideon. Where am I going then? There's no map, I should emphasise, right? There's no map of where under the sun it is I'm meant to be going, or where it is that I have gone. So, I don't actually know the way to Oxbay, but I'm going to try and find my way to Oxbay, because I really don't think the French are going to allow me to just arrive. Actually, that reminds me, there's one thing I want to check, because you've got a relations book here, which, no, is not just a little black book where you mark down all of the names of the people who've added a notch to your bedpost. You can, yes, you can see the various different nations and what your relations with them are. So this tells me that I'm friends with the English, the Dutch, the Spanish, and the Portuguese, who were the nation I forgot before. You're always enemies with the pirates, and we're also enemies with the French, due to my English alignment, presumably. So I really don't think that just mooring at Oxbay is a good idea, because the fort is going to start shooting at me, and if those three battleships are still there, as they were before, then I'm going to end up in a right pickle. So, where am I going? I have a horrid feeling that I shouldn't have moored my ship at Greenford. Maybe it would have been better to moor my ship at one of the little bays, not this one, not the lighthouse, but the other one, and then traverse through the jungle there. Perhaps that would have been a wiser idea. Never mind, at least it allowed us to explore a new town. I can't fast travel from here, can I? No, I cannot. That is a shame, because you can fast travel around in the towns, for example, to go to like the different stores and places that you want to conduct business at. But I'm not currently able to do that. So give me a moment. I'm going to get us back to Oxbay, and assuming I don't find like another turn off, another pathway that I can go, I'm going to go back to the ship, and then we'll see if we can find another way to access Oxbay a little bit more successfully. So much for everyone using GPS. Right-ho then. I was unable to find another turning in the roads, so let me see if I can sail to not the French ships, because that's a battleship, and those are frigates, and those are very, very dangerous. So we don't want to go to the lighthouse. We could either go to the Far Beach or Grey Rock Bay. Neither of those seem particularly close to Oxbow and Mud. Yeah, let's try this Grey Rock Bay place. Let's see what we've got here. This seems little and exciting. Let's moor the ship here and see what we find. See if we can go on an adventure. There's my little ship. Dear, it's so small and dinky. I promise we're going to get a bigger and a better and a more exciting ship that has lots of cannons and lots of cargo space that I can continue to misuse. And yeah, because you have to increase your rank and get a lot of money before you're able to before you're really able to get better ships. But we shall see what we can do. The easiest way to get a ship, of course, is to here we go. Apparently there is a way to reach Greenford. I must have just been too stupid to realise it then. Maybe there was a different door. A lizard! Hello, lizard. Maybe there was a different door, maybe like a different access point out of the jungle from Greenford. Like one of them leads you to the mine and the lighthouse, and then the other one leads you to this part of the jungle where you can then access Ox Bay. So I remember this. I remember this little bit quite vividly. Yeah, so Ox Bay is that way. Oh goodness, there are some gentlemen out here. Hello, gentlemen. What are you doing out here? There's quite a lot of them, actually. One of them's wearing a bandana. Forgive me. Forgive me, for I am scared. I have a funny feeling these people are bandits. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Traveller, slow down. We want to take a look at your purse. What do you mean? Or I can't stomach the common highwaymen, especially untidy ones. On guard. Idiot. I want to say, I don't know what you mean. I am too innocent and sheltered to know what crime could possibly be. Haven't you heard of travelling expenses? Well, that's us. Now part with your gold or part with your head. You mangy curs. I've only 2,830 gold. I had a lot more than that, but I mean, I definitely don't. I'm a very poor man. Alright. Now you've made me mad. Die! Oh my Gideon. Oh my Gideon. I need to use a potion. Forgive me for getting a little quiet at that moment, but I was absolutely quaking in my boots. Right, oh yeah, the dragon's tongue as well. Good for him. Oh, and the dragon tongue was formed in the forges of Damascus, not the tongues of Damascus, as I bizarrely misread yesterday. And by yesterday, I mean last week. Oh my giddy aunt. Okay, note to self, next time you see some bandana wearing buckos, turn around 180 degrees and run the hell away post haste. Okay, this isn't the way to Ox Bay, but what's here? There's a cave! And more bandits! Oh, brilliant! Oh, for crying out, there's a flower here. Hello, flower. Oh my giddy aunt, are there 4 of them again? I think there's only 3 of them this time. Should I be a little bit more preemptuous about this? Giddy aunt, they've all got really cool swords. I want their cool swords. I'm not allowed to have them. I mean, if you could just pick up swords off the ground, it would make this game far easier, so that's not quite entirely fair. Right, no, oh, I can't draw my weapon? Oh, I can't draw my weapon at this point. That's a shame. Hello, friends. You people again. Brigands! Crime must be punished! To arms! Avast, ye scurvy knaves! I am in an absolute pickle. I'm really not good enough at this yet. Let's just let the potion do its magic. By magic, I mean science. At least I think it's science. Hopefully it's science. Okay, right, there we are. I think if you're blocking, then they can hit you even if they're from behind. At least I sincerely hope that that's the case. I unblocked slightly too early, but they didn't steal my money, which, you know, is something. Yes, I know. I'm slightly dead, because I'm slightly terrible at this. You understand now why when I was in the dungeon, why I was standing in that little doorway, because then only one of them can hit you at a time, and it becomes a dozen times easier. Right, let us be a little bit more preemptuous about these, for I am a man who judges a book by its cover. So I'm going to shoot them from afar. And miss, which is less than excellent, but never mind. Okay, this is a little better, because now... I didn't really want to hit him, but never mind, there we are. There we go, that's better. There we go, that was much better. All I had to do was assume that they were villains and shoot them on sight. I'll remember to do that more often in the future. Why does it say I'm still in combat? Oh, it doesn't, there we are. Everything's been sorted out now. Sheesh, that was terrifying. Alright, never mind. We have murdered another dozen or so individuals, and now we can go inside this little cave and see what we can find. In the catacombs. Oh, goodness. I assume we're going to find more skeletons down here. Alright, hopefully we'll find a better sword down here, or maybe even a pistol. That would be cool. Hello, friend. Idiot. One thing I like about these enemies is that they all have a nice big grin on their face. They're always very pleased to see me, which is lovely. Frame rate seems a bit better in here as well, which is nice. Probably because it's a smaller environment. It's not trying to render great big open areas. I don't hear any. Oh my Gideon! I do see a big cutlass coming towards me though. Right, I need to get better at balancing the fencing, because you really do need to be very sharp with the hello little rat, like blocking and then finding the perfect moment to strike. There is a real skill to it, so naturally I'm going to do quite poorly at that, so look forward to that. Okay, I'd notice a barrel or something over here. I also notice notice some sort of brigand. Let me attempt to shoot him in the bum. I succeeded. I'm shocked, frankly. I'm also shocked that there aren't a hell of a lot more of them hanging around. Is there money here that I can have? Open. No, there isn't. There's just a great big load of old air. For crying, oh my Gideon. I'm hoping they won't both be able to get me at once here. Yeah, there we are. It's just narrow enough. I need to get a better sword so that I can do a bit more damage each time, and then I won't have to. That's good. That allows me to test something. Then I'll Ooh, a sword. Then I can kill them in less hits. Is what I'm trying to say. A falcon, a falchion, a falchion. Yes, I'm sure that's exactly how it's pronounced. Right then, we have a new sword, which is excellent. We've now got ourselves lost in this maze, which is less than excellent, but never mind. If I'm vaguely safe here for a second, there's one thing I want to test. Can I open my character menu now? Yes, okay, so it wasn't that I had to get out of the danger, I had to, that's a good sight better. I rather like that. It's a bit boring looking sword, but, neat little slices are cute. Slightly less block, but better piercing and a good bit better damage, so I'll have a faff around with this sword for a while. So yeah, I just had to put away my weapon, because you might remember in the tutorial it said that I couldn't speak to people when I had my weapon drawn, but it seems I can't open some of the menus either, so I didn't actually need to step out, I just needed to, put my sword away. Good. Well, now we've got to level up. I think that actually means we can access a level 5 ship now. But how until the sun we're actually going to get hold of one, I don't know. It does remind me, however, that I didn't finish my thought about getting ships. The easiest way to get a ship is to board it. Hello, friend. Oh my Gideon, I must get a better pistol. I need to, I need to go to more of the shops, because eventually, when I get to a high enough level, the shops will start to stock better weaponry. Yeah, the easiest way to get it, and I say easiest, what I mean is cheapest, but it's not technically most difficult way to get hold of a better ship, is to board it. So find some pirates, for example, or some enemy ships, for example. If I was going to get a French ship, then board the ship, by throwing grappling hooks onto it and sort of drag it in, board the ship, fight the crew, and then steal the ship for myself. Which is extremely, extremely dangerous to get that close to an enemy ship, particularly if it's a stronger ship, and why would you be boarding a ship if it was weaker than you? But, at least in my situation. In fact, the only ships that are weaker than me are those Tartane little ships, which are like the level 7 ships, which are the weakest ships. I don't even think they carry weapons. So if I could find one of those, I could definitely board that. It wouldn't be much point in taking it, because it's only worth about a 5, but never mind. There's a ladder here, but I don't think that's the table where I want to go. No, okay, giddy up. We could be down here for the rest of our lives. I hope you've accepted that the rest of this series is going to occur down here. Giddy up. Salty's pretty good though. Nice to have that extra bit of damage going into each hit. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. But yeah, I know that in that when we were looking at the abilities, it said that I had to get the gunman ability before I could get a dual-barreled pistol, but I don't know if there are more advanced pistols that are single-barreled. Because if I remember correctly, there's 1-barrel pistols, there's 2-barrel pistols, and there's also a 4-barreled pistol, if I remember correctly, which looks ridiculous, and I'm pretty sure never actually existed, but is quite useful for the sake of the game. Oh my Gideon, now we're in a pickle, please die. Oh my Gideon, you didn't die. Oh my Gideon, we're so freaking dead. I hope you've enjoyed being alive, because it's about to end, as I say to myself. Okay, good. None of them had a lot of health. That's good. One thing I do really like about this game is that they sort of randomise the amount of health an enemy has. It's not like if you encounter a skeleton when you're level 3, the enemy will have 40 health. It doesn't work that way. It actually, it is slightly randomised. So each enemy takes a different number of hits, which I think is a really nice way of doing things. Is there anything in here? A sapphire and some healing potions. Good. That makes up for all the healing potions I used earlier. Well, I mean, I didn't use any healing potions earlier. I was excellent when I was fighting those villainous robbers. That's the word I'm looking for. Where under the sun did I leave the ladder that led me out of this place? I should have just turned around and tried to retrace my steps. The problem with retracing your steps is you're looking at everything back to front, which means that all of your lefts turn into rights and all of your rights turn into lefts. And I get confused. Alright, I feel like we did come to a crossroads, and I have no idea which way we went, so I'm going to pretend we went this way. Also realised I don't think that is the same crossroads, because I think the crossroads we came to had a barrel. A barrel in it that we got something out of, or attempted to get something out of, and found nothing but some ancient air. So, oh hooray, hooray and huzzah, let's go through here and leave immediately. Thank you for crying out loud. I didn't realise it was such a... Seriously? You people propagate like rabbits. Can I get away from you? Let me just say it again, because I do not feel in the slightest bit safe here. Right. Can I get away from you people without you coming to meet me? Perhaps. Let me see if I can sneak behind these trees. Giddy aunt. There. I reckon we're alright. Giddy aunt. I'd forgotten there were random encounters with brigands everywhere. Oh my giddy aunt, there's no way I'm getting past them. Alright, let me use my level up first. Okay, yes. That went down the wrong pipe. Okay, so now I'm level 3, so let me see about a new ability. So let me see, we could get the critical hit one, but I feel like we should get something a bit different for the sake of, diversifying our portfolio with mischief. Cannons reload a lot faster. Oh, this ability can be used once every 5 minutes. Okay, so that's an ability that I can use. So ship cannons reloading faster, that would be good. Increased damage to enemy ships, sails and crew. Critical shot, what's this? Oh, I need loads of stuff before this. 5% chance that a volley will inflict a critical damage to an enemy ship. That sounds exciting. What else should we get? Long range boarding. Boarding can be initiated at 15% greater distance. Speed and angle of closing no longer matters. Oh yeah, because you can't like board a ship from like a squiffy, like a 45-degree angle. You have to like be next to the ship. Really should have been doing it like that, wouldn't it? That would have made far more sense than doing this. Never mind. Wrist dancing has ended, I assure you. What an instant boarding. Once per battle, players can instantly board a chosen nearby ship. Enemy ships of high classes cannot be boarded with this ability. Fiddlesticks. No mind. What basic ship defense? This could be quite useful. Just generally take a little bit less damage from everything. What about speed increases? That could be pretty useful as well, actually. Maneuverability by 15%. Let's go with greater speed, I think, so that we can be a rapid little ship. That sounds sort of exciting. Now let's think about some skills that we can get. I don't know what to get, really. Leadership might be useful for the sake of reducing the amount of pay I have to give to my crew, which is something I'm going to have to start dealing with pretty soon. Or maybe the defense so that my ship doesn't get damaged as much, or maybe the commerce so I stop being such a terrible merchant all the time. Goodness only knows what I should put my things into. I'm going to go with, one for leadership and one for sailing, because I think sailing is again like speed and maneuverability, so that should just generally make me a little bit better in my ship. Right then! I am so screwed. Let me see, there's no way I could like sneak along here, is there? This just wouldn't work. No, that would work brilliantly, because they're very half-hearted bandits. It's like they see a person coming along, they rob, and they think, well, I'd like to, but I'm a little bit lazy. I can't quite be bothered to rob him today. My idiot. I'm not sure how much I like this sword. It seems too short to my taste. I feel like I prefer the dragon's tongue, because it was nice and, it was long and it was curved. It made it long and exciting and exotic. But, yeah, this one seems a bit shorter, but never mind. You can't have everything. Should we see if we can actually get into Oxbay this time without getting immediately arrested by the French? Don't know where that would lead, but we shall find out. There they are, the French in their different uniforms. So obviously all the different soldiers, the different nations have their own unique uniforms, of course. So, oh my goodness. Well, I'm not doing nothing. Hello.
Move along, garçon.
Indeed, I don't know what that means, but never mind. I mean, I know what the move along with means. I'm not that inept, but never mind. Stop there. Identify yourself. I'm a humble sailor. I live in Greenford on other side of Ireland. A likely story, but it's obvious you have come to gather information on the English. Lay down your arms and we'll escort you to the lieutenant. Oh, how do you know I arrived with the English? Oh my Gideon. How did they know I was with the English? Other than my accent, which perhaps was a bit of a dead giveaway. Okay, you people are standing on either side, which is downright sensible. Could you strike at the same time, please, so that I get a chance to hit one of you? I don't think this is going to work very well. How did they know I was with the English? Were they supposed to know I was with the English? Because I feel like I've got myself in an absolute mess. Because if I go in there, I'm almost undoubtedly going to get killed. I haven't, like, failed my quest, have I? No, apparently we're still doing this. Alright. I know what I'll do. I'll go through the gate, I'll put on a French accent, and, I shall say to the people on the other side of the gate that, there were no guards outside. I think they were murdered by some brigands. Yes, indeed. I am so dead when I walk through these gates. Well, merci, monsieur. Merci beaucoup. That's about all the French I know. Right then. Malcolm, you're still alive. I'm absolutely amazed. You have been standing here since I left.
Aye, Governor?
And you've nothing to say about the fact that a war has begun since we last spoke to each other. Yeah, you were the person who told me to buy the silk, and you deserve to be smacked for that, you great big liar. Oh my Gideon. Oh man alive, you great big fibber. Okay, well it feels nice to be back here again. At least I feel at home here, even if there has been a change in the administration. Okay, first... What the hell? Why did I run off to the left there for a second? I didn't do that. That was bizarre. Never mind.
Begging your pardon.
Let me see if I can sell anything to you. Because I've now got some swords I don't necessarily want anymore. That is actually a really expensive sword, but it does support the theory that it's better. So let me sell my sapphire first and foremost. Do you have anything else of interest now that I've upgraded my level a little bit? No. You have a little thing that reminds me of the Sceptre of the Grand Nagus. A large gold Incan idol. A great deal of gold was used to create this. Yeah, that makes you understand why we only plate things in gold these days. Right then. I'll use faux gold. Alright, so you could sell both of these and get a good price then. I might keep hold of this just in case I decide I don't want this, but I reckon I will get rid of this because... Oh no, actually I made a mistake when I was looking at these. So it does have worse block, but the damage is actually a little better, because that's 16 to 21, that's 18 to 22, so it's actually slightly better damage, but it's not as good as this one, is it? No, because that's 18 to 22, and this is 24 to 29, and it has better piercing, so... rubbish that is. So I'm actually gonna... I mean, it doesn't really matter which one I sell, technically, because you get the same price for both. I feel like if there's something about this I'm not going to like, it's going to be the reduced block. So I'm going to sell this one because it's got the same block. So let me sell you the Highlander, as much as I am sad that we didn't get a chance to use it. And we shall pretend that the I haven't just murdered a couple of Frenchmen. Right then, let us see if we can. Ooh. He looks like some sort of important person in the French army. Perhaps he would be of use. Perhaps I can get him drunk and find out some information about him.
Have a pint with me, you old salt.
I'm sure that we shall do that immediately. I wish to talk to you about things. What do you know? What do the local citizens feel about the French soldiers garrisoned here? The French? How do you think we feel about them? They promised they would harm no one and sacked half the city. It's not a city, mate. It's little more than a village, but don't mind. Poor Mildred had to flee for her life, and her father was cut down like an animal when he resisted. It is worse than I thought. Tell me, would you like to see the English flag raised over Oxbay again? Captain, I pray for the day when these invaders are finally tossed from here and into the sea. They drink gallons of my best rum and ale, and I'm afraid to even ask them about payment. Dear oh dear, they really don't understand how the economy works around here, do they? Never mind. Then you'll be pleased to know that I have come here by order of Sir Christopher Sealhard, who presumably is that, no, Sir Robert Christopher Sealhard. Gideon. I always forget that big important politicians use all three of their names. I feel like we probably shouldn't be discussing the sort of, the fact that we're traitors to the overseers here while that guy is sitting behind us, but never mind. The Governor of Redmond, His Serene Highness knows about the attack then. Why doesn't he get off his well-padded throne and recapture the colony? All in good time. We don't have enough ships. I must collect information. Alright, I see. If there is anything I can do to aid your mission, let me know. What is going on in the city now? Virtually nothing. Most of the population is hiding, either in their houses or out in the jungle. Oh, those weren't brigands that I cut down. Those were just innocent civilians. My mistake. The guards, the French have posted guards at the city gate, but every day several citizens manage to slip past them and out of town. As to the French soldiers, they see this occupation as their own mad party. Most of them are drunk at all hours. Furthermore, they're short-handed. Commanders of the fleet are hiring more and more sailors. The pay is quite good, so I'm told. But to the point, this may well be a good time to send an emissary to the French. What? Do you mean an ambassador? In which case, why would we do that? They've basically declared war on us. Oh, that was something else I looked up in between the intervening weeks. I looked up to see whether the English and the French were at war during the 1630s. I couldn't find anything saying that they were at war during the 1630s, but there was a naval war between 1627 and 1629, I believe, between the English and the French, which was ridiculously called the Anglo-French War, as if there's only been one. But never mind. It doesn't matter. Seems like we weren't at war at this point, which is something, I suppose. A good bartender overhears a lot. Perhaps you've managed to pick up information on their plans. Well now, this may amount to nothing, but the other night 2 drunken French officers were in here talking about a ship they were waiting for, heavily loaded with ammunition. They seemed to hope it would take its time coming here so they could continue to enjoy the party they're having at the town's expense. It seems to me as if the ship of ammunition arrives, then the fleet will weigh anchor and move on to the next step of their battle plan, whatever that may be. Curious. Do I have to fight this ship? Oh, the voice acting in this game. Never mind. Dear, oh dear, oh dear. I am pleased to hear that it is useful. If I overhear anything else, I shall let you know right away. When these pigs get drunk, they run their mouths like a sewing circle. If they won't pay for my ale with gold, they'll pay for it with information, whether they know it or not. So a drunken soldier is as good as a spy, eh? A very good way of putting it. If you could only hear what goes on here at night, perhaps I can hear some of it, with your help. You have an idea? Well, I'm at your service. My plan is simple. You see the Frenchman over there. Do you know him? Certainly, he's an officer from the French frigate. Not much of an officer, though. He spends most of his time here. Perfect. Are you ready to spend some gold for the liberation of Oxbay? Gold? I'm afraid you've lost me. It's very simple. I'm going to sit down with this man and you're going to give him whatever he wants. Wine, ale, rum. We'll get him drunk and I'll fish out useful bits of information he may have swimming in his head. But sir, I'm already going broke. Who will pay for all of these drinks? I am ready and willing to contribute to the liberation of Oxbay, but name a price I can afford. I mean, I'll pay you for the booze if it's necessary. What price would you put on your own freedom? Dear, oh dear, oh dear. I'm not sure that the governor will repay us for our expenses. In fact, I'm not even sure I'm going to get out of this with my ship intact, but never mind. I'm sure the governor will pay you. Do you really think he'll reward me? Not really, but alright. Let's get down to business. I knew you'd see it my way. Hurry and bring on the drinks. Alrighty then, we are ready for a good night of boozing. Boozing and chatting. So what does it say with him now? Nothing. It said that the quest book had been updated, but actually it was telling great big fibs. Alright, can I sit down with you, sir? Hello, friend.
Move along, garçon.
Indeed. His name is difficult to pronounce, so I'm not going to try and pronounce it for the sake of not setting off another Anglo-French war. My name is Nathan Hawke. Blast, I don't care what your name is, you're bothering me. Do you need something? If not, go away. I would like to work aboard your ship. Do I look like a quartermaster? Head to the dock and speak to the men there. I have nothing to do with a common rebel. Now move along, I am enjoying myself here. No, wait, I'm not interested in becoming a deckhand. That's why I came to you, Captain. I see. What position is it that you want? Many have said that I'm an excellent navigator. That's why I landed at the wrong town and then wandered through the jungle for half an hour. He doesn't know that. Don't tell him. You don't say. Well, why didn't you say? So, this is fortunate. My navigator was killed during the assault, and I have been seeking a replacement. And if you buy me a drink, you're as good as hired. Another round, dear friend.
Move along, garçon.
I've only just sat down with you. Be pleasant, at least. The navigator must keep accurate charts of all our routes. Excuse me, but may we discuss the details of the post later? For now, maybe you can help me celebrate and tell me of your wondrous ship. A grand idea! Do your new job. More rum! Just be glad I'm not doing it in a French accent, because then I really would set off a war. Tomorrow morning, go to the harbour and ask for the Aurora. So, when are we putting to sea? To sea? Oh, when that boat with the munitions comes. Will you mind your tongue about that? No one is supposed to know about that ship. Why, certainly, sir. Now we're talking. Bring me another rug of mum. A rug of mum. Another mug of rum, if I could get my tongue untied. Blame it on the booze, right? Blame it on the booze. Alright, it's time to go to the ship. What a waste of a town. There is not a single brothel. Of that, I am grateful. I don't think this game would have even been allowed to be released in 2003 if it had. Let's have another drink before we go. I'm doing so if you'd only calm down. Gideon so drunk he's already forgotten the fact that we've already had about 3. Oh dear. To what? Your health navigator? So. What did you want to say? Just that I miss my aunt. She lives nearby, not far from the town wall. I see. Do you want to say goodbye to her? You'll have to forget it. Escort me to the ship. I shall truly miss her daughters. They are sure to be such fine young women after all this time. Wait, perhaps we should pay them a visit. Yes, let's go there now. Oh my giddy aunt. I'm not even doing anything.
Break our laws, and I'll see your head in a basket.
I don't think they'd invented the guillotine by this point, but who needs a guillotine when you've got a cutlass to hand? Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. It's a bit terrifying to think what I'm insinuating we go and do, but never mind. Where do you think you're going? The captain and I have decided to take a stroll along the path. At this hour, this seems strange. If you don't believe me, you can ask him yourself.
Move along, garçon.
Out of the way. My friend and I are going to pay a visit to the ladies. Indeed. Has nobody noticed the 2 dead Frenchmen on the other side of this wall? Oh, they have, because they've replaced them. This is excellent. Hello, friend. I don't know where we're going, but we're going to pretend that we are going somewhere. Maybe I'll take him down to the catacombs, and he can try and bone something, I suppose.
Move along, garçon.
What are you waiting for? Let's go. I'm coming. I'm actually right behind you, but never mind. I actually have no idea where we're going. I presume that we're coming out here to kill him? Or something?
Move along,
I only see jungle out here. You're right, let us stop here. Seriously, what's my plan? I wish I'd explained my plan to myself. I don't know, blackmail him or something? I don't know. So you can tell me everything you know about the ship which carries those munitions. You're no navigator, are you? You're an English spy. You'll catch on fast. Outrageous! Deceiver! You'll learn nothing from me, and I'll make sure you tell no one. Prepare to fight, coward! Captain, contain yourself. You can barely stand, let alone fight, even though he does seem to have sorted out his slurring, which surprises me. Listen, you got me drunk on purpose. Yeah, I kinda did, and it weren't difficult. Tell me everything and I'll spare you. Lie to me and I'll extract the information from you by other means. I feel like sparing him isn't a good idea, because he's going to tell the French forces that I'm a spy, and then every time I try to turn up at Oxbow in the future to get more information, they're going to stab me. Alright. I'll tell you. A bark, I presume that's pronounced. I'm not going to try and... Excuse me, I had a slight coughing fit there. Sorry about that. It's all this sea air. It's running havoc with my lungs. Never mind. We're not going to try and pronounce its name, because I dread to think even how you would pronounce that. It is scheduled to bring fresh arms to the island, so we may secure the entire island. I heard that it is in the French island's harbour, so that's sort of the French homeland, if you like. The captain of the ship is waiting at the dock for his escort. Will it remain in port until the escort arrives? I believe so. That's all I know now. Oh, and I get to make a decision. Excellent. You may go, or I'm afraid I'll have to kill you. I kinda wish I'd saved before I'd done this, just in case. Because on the one hand, I don't want my reputation to suffer, but if he's the only person that knows, and he's dead, then it shouldn't matter. But on the other hand, I do think it would be safer to have him dead, because then he wouldn't be able to tell anybody. I'm going to try and kill him, if that doesn't seem horribly villainous of me to do. Oh my idiot. He drew his sword a little faster than I did. Ah, they may have noticed. You've received a new item. That's good. Where did the other soldier go? He was over there. Let me try and shoot somebody and fail miserably. Yeah, I had a funny feeling that these two might notice what was going on. Come on, I want them to stand next to each other. There we are, that's what I want. Now, come on, both of you hit me at the same time. See, I shouldn't have done that. Now, what was that item that I got? First question. Oh, a note. Some papers. These papers say the supply... yeah, waiting for a combo, but yes, that just kind of updates what we already knew then, doesn't it? I can't, like... Oh, there's more information when you click on things. Oh, right, idiot. Presumably the more up-to-date things are up the top here. So we just left town and I killed him. Before the soldiers approached me, I searched his body. It appears... Yes, this is exactly what we've just learned. What? It appears that this ship was escorting them. It will be loaded with supplies and armaments, but it is not available to accompany them. It won't sail to Oxbow until they can find a new escort ship. Okay, 2 questions. First question, when was the last time I saved? Ages ago. Great. If indeed me killing him was a bit of a boo-boo, because I think we can all generally agree that I've made a categoric one by doing that. So, my reputation didn't suffer, did it? No, it's still neutral. I don't know how to improve that. Apparently 1,000 gold to the church isn't enough, but never mind. You think you buy a whole heckin' load of new church roofs with that much money, but never mind. Still haven't sold my sailcloth either. Can I go through here without getting attacked? No. Okay, killing him was a mistake. Okay, killing him was a great, big, enormous boo-boo. Okay, right. I feel this coughing fit is coming back, so forgive me for a moment. I'm going to go and get some water and try and sort out whatever is wrong with my throat, because there seems to be something stuck in it at the moment. Then I'm going to load back to my prior save and get us back to this point, and then we won't kill him for the sake of preserving my reputation, and we'll pretend that we can blackmail him with something, right? And then everything's going to be absolutely fine, apart from my larynx. Right, I've sorted out my trachea, and now hopefully we can carry on with life. Okay. So I've gone back through everything as we did before. The only thing that was different, bizarrely, was when I was talking to the tavern keeper. When I said that the Redmond governor would pay his expenses, he said that wasn't good enough, and I had to pay him 90 gold, which was a bit bizarre, because I went through the same dialogue options as before. But never mind. Maybe that's like the equivalent of a speech check. But never mind. Let's say this time that he can go. So hopefully this time, even though he does know who I am, hopefully we're going to hopefully we should be all right. Okay, so the first thing I want to check is whether the French are aggressive to me or not, because I need to know whether I can wander around this town without any problems. No, I can't. All right then. My giddy aunt. Let's explore over here on the right-hand side of this pathway and see where this leads us, because I don't know the answer to that question. Giddy aunt. Seems like the French are going to cause me a massive pain in the arse. Which is a big problem, because now I can't sell my sailcloth. I mean, sailcloth is better to have than a load of silk, because I can use the sailcloth for repairing my own sails. But never mind. Let me go through here and see what we find. We can find more brigands. Excellent. I'm so glad that we've encountered more scurvy knaves. For crying out loud, I am not very good at this. Okay, so it seems like, according to the quest book, that we have a choice to make. We can either go to the French island and try to sort out the ship and its ammunition ourselves, or we can remember this is not the right cove that we're supposed to be at. We're supposed to be at the other cove, but never mind. There might be something over here. Anything sneaky? Anything secret? Probably not. Definitely not, in fact. No, sorry, I had a bizarre old memory of there being something behind a rock somewhere around here, but I don't think any such memory is true. Alright, so the French now know who I am, and they are going to attack me on sight, even on land as well as ship, even though I don't have a great big English flag waving out of the top of my bonds. Maybe the great big English flag waving out of my jaw was the thing which gave me away. So yeah, we have to make the decision about whether we're going to the French island in order to tackle the ship ourselves, which is going to be dangerous, because again, the French are probably going to attack me on sight, but hopefully because that's... Really? You guys are already after me? Sheesh. Man alive. I am not going to be able to get around this corner before you attack me, am I? Oh, I might just be able to manage it. Because on the one hand I want the XP from killing them, on the other hand I don't want the loss of health from killing them. But let me see what I can do. At least I actually hit it in that time, which is more than I can say of my average attempts. There we are. I'm doing a lot more damage this time around, which is excellent. I'm also pressing the wrong button a lot, which is less than excellent. Okay. So, never mind the sailcloth. We're just going to go around with a... What? Why am I in danger here? Who wants to attack me here? Are there brigands? I don't see anyone. Or is it just like a holdover from the French? I don't see anyone. I think it's just a holdover from those French soldiers who haven't gone away yet. No, there's some brigands over there, but they don't have their weapons raised. No, it's alright. I think the game's just being a bit paranoid. Right then. In fairness, it has every right to be paranoid and think that things think things are going to constantly go wrong, because goodness knows they do when I'm playing the game. Right then. Let's try and head back to... Well, it still thinks I'm in danger. Goodness only knows who from. Unless there's like a whole parade of Frenchmen behind me. I need to work my way back to that cove where we left the ship. So, yeah, we have to decide whether we're going back to Redmond to talk to the governor and tell him what we've learned, or whether we go straight to the French island and sort out the ship on our own. I think I'm going to go back to the governor for two reasons. One, I want to get paid. Two, this ship is not an escort vessel, so it's not able to sink that ship on its own, not even in the slightest. But I mean, it does have weapons. I just don't know how to use them, right? How do I get on my Oh, I can swim. I didn't know I could do that. I'd forgotten about that. All right. Goodness, it feels good to be back at home. Yeah, I feel like maybe he can give me some assistance. Maybe give me another ship or something that I could use in my mission. So let me see if I can avoid... I've also realised I've got to learn what the French flag looks like, because I need to avoid the... I need to avoid the French now, don't I, as well? Because otherwise they're going to attack me on sight, probably. But my hope is that if we go to the French island... Perhaps not if we if we go to the port. But again, if we go to the jungle and then go through the jungle to reach the town, then maybe they won't know my face, because maybe the communiques from Oxbay won't have reached them yet. So there's a thought, if nothing else. You don't have any better weapons or guns yet, do you? More of them do seem to be stocking that one, but not a lot else. Just lots of various different treasure. Goodness, that's expensive. Hope we find one of those one day and then we can sell it. Let me just check. When I... No, I didn't use my I didn't do my my level up. That's what I'm trying to say. What did we get before? I think we got better speed. There we are, for additional speediness. Alright, let me again get my leadership and my sailing up. There we are, all sorted out. Okay, let's go back to the governor and tell him what we have learned. Let's also use the fast travel as well. The town hall, here we are, to the residence. Let me communicate with him all of the information that we have found and the fact that I'm...
In this port, my word is the law of England.
Yes, and I think what your word is another serving, please. Which isn't a word, it's actually a sentence, and that's not the point. We have business to discuss. I keep pressing enter instead of the spaces I'm supposed to. I've returned from Oxbay. Congratulations on your return. Please make your report. The citizens of Oxbay have no love for their captors. Did you manage to find out what their plans for invasion are? They are using Oxbay as a stepping stone for an assault on Redmond. The squadron that sits off Oxbay is awaiting ammunition, planned to arrive from the French island from a cargo ship. Once they are resupplied, they are going to set sail and attack Redmond. This information is invaluable. You have proved your worth. Thank you for your service, and here is 3,000 gold. Indeed. Yeah, here we go. This is what was coming next. In light of the news, your next task is to ensure the ammunition does not reach Oxbay. When we finally meet the French in battle, the less gunpowder they have, the better. So you want me to sink the ship. I'll leave the method up to you. Board it, sink it, that is your discretion. The main decision is to keep the French from getting the ammunition. What if I got the ship, I stole it, and then I give it to you? Because that makes the enemy weaker and you stronger, right? I'm using the strategy of the Borg here. Okay, I shall be the escort then. I don't know how I'm going to do that, because my ship is not strong enough to escort it. But never mind, because my little ship is this little dinky ship, right? It's this little cargo ship. It's not like a... Oh, I can rename my ship. I didn't know I could do that. I think we'll rename the ship when we get a new ship. But we shall see about that. So, yeah, we need to... we might need to get a stronger ship. I might pop to the shipyard and see what they have for sale. After I reported to the governor, he gave me some gold and told me about something... He told me to do something about the ship so that it was unable to sail to Oxbay. However, that's much easier said than done. Perhaps if I can get to the French island and find out what the situation is there, I'll be able to think of a way to complete my mission. Oh, so you don't expect me to just turn up and gun it down? Of that, I'm grateful. I'm glad to see that somebody around here understands the fact that I'm not very good at this. Okay, where's the shipyard in this town? We haven't actually been to the shipyard before. Let me fast travel there, and then when we step out, we'll know where it is. Okie dokie then. Let's go and meet our shipwright friend. Hello?
My dear Captain, do take better care of your vessel.
We said this before. Yes, indeed. I want to talk. What can we talk about? What do you want to talk about? Nothing. Install some fresh guns. Oh yes, you can put new guns on your ship. I'd forgotten you could do that. Can we put new guns on here? Let me see. Yeah, so there's different types of cannons that we could get. Ow, that is expensive. We could get bigger cannons. I don't really know what the differences are. So we get standard cannons that are £24 each, which presumably is the size of the ball that they shoot and not the size of the cannon itself, because I imagine those things weigh a hell of a lot more than £24. Or we could get these culverine ones, which I do not know the difference between them. So I don't know, maybe one is good for damage, one is good for range, I don't know. What does that say? It said something. Wait, it said something. Exceeds ship gun range. Oh, that means this ship isn't big enough to carry these. So that must mean we've currently got cannons and we could switch them out for culverines if we wanted to. Interesting. I have no idea what good that would do, but never mind.
Yes,
Let's
sir,
talk
we can
about...
patch her right up.
Let's talk about ships. Yes. So this is the kind of ship that we're dealing with here. Yeah. How does that compare with mine? I think it's the same size of cannons, but I think they've got 16 and we've got 12 cannons. It's less manoeuvrable and slower actually, but I think it's a little stronger in terms of the hull. Interesting. Well, there's no way I could afford to buy that, and I don't think I could have. No, I don't think I'm high enough level to access a level 4 ship yet, so I don't think there's an opportunity for me to get another ship, which is a shame. So we're going to have to do this with strategy and brains instead of blundering and blasting. So where's this exactly? Oh, it's over here. Oh, I only walked past it about 4 times and never realised. Okay, hello friend, you seem very grand and ostentatious.
Begging your pardon, sir.
Jane Atwell. I am Nathan Hawke, indeed. You're hardly here just for introductions, indeed. I don't guess you have any more information about the, anything on the island besides the town. Anything about the merchant, since he seems to have vanished into thin air. Clearing the jungle is hard work, that's why it's still a bit rough outside the town, but the soil is fertile and we have excellent crops. In time, I reckon the plantations will replace the jungle and the town will be surrounded by farms, roads and fields. More, tell me more, please. What on earth is this dialogue? It's most bizarre. Never mind, it doesn't look like she has any more information about the merchant. I don't know where he is, I don't know why I can't find him anywhere, but never mind. Let's return to the ship, and then we'll have to see if we can set sail for the French island. The fact that we've been doing all these jump cuts means that I don't actually know how long we've been going. I think we've been going for... Excuse me, sir. Would you kindly move your face? Thank you. I think we're going about... probably just shy of an hour? Maybe just over an hour? I don't know. We'll go a little bit longer. We'll see if we can get to the French island, have a little look around there, and then we might leave it there for the week after our career of espionage. Oh, a shark! I'm glad the shark isn't interested in eating me today. Right then. Okay. Now, where under the sun is the French island? I really do not know. Let's avoid the pirates, because I do not think we're going to have a very good job of dealing with the pirates. Okay, there's Ox Bay. Yeah, I think there must be some way of zooming out here. Surely, I don't know if there's a button for that though. I need like a map. That's a French ship. I recognise that yellow colour. Your crew demands its monthly salary. Will you pay them? I suppose. That was the salary thing I was telling you about before. Oh my giddy aunt, there's a storm somewhere. I don't know where it is. But I saw that. Did you see that little wave icon that appeared in like the upper right hand corner, upper left hand corner? Where the hell is the island? Hang on a second. Let me just pause that for a second. Where's the game manual? Let me just quickly look at the controls and see if there is anything about zooming out, because this is a little bit difficult for me to navigate where we're going at the moment. Oh, I found it. Oh, you can zoom out a tiny bit. Not very much, you can zoom out a tiny bit, which doesn't really help, to be completely honest. There is an island over there, goodness only knows what it is. Yep, that's the one we want, that's the place we're going. Okay then, my giddy aunt. Okay, this is not going tremendously well, but that's alright. There's probably more French around here, so we should be really careful. I don't recognise that flag, but I think we're being chased by the French. Oh my giddy aunt, we're being chased by the French. Oh, goodness. And the pirates. Hopefully the pirates will scare the French off. Nope. We're in a battle. Oh my giddy aunt, we're in a battle. Where are the French? They're behind me. They are over there. Oh gosh, I'm so dead. I am so frickin' dead. What do we have here? We've got what looks like maybe frigate. No, they're not frigates. Those are those barks that we were talking about before. Oh my giddy aunt, they're shooting at me. Perhaps I shouldn't be surprised. Okay, this is a problem because... Okay, right. Let's all just hold on to our shivering timbers for a second and relax. Okay, so as I said in the last episode, there's a bit of HUD in the upper right hand corner which is vital for battles. So I need to move the camera so that you can see that. Right, okay, now you can see the that. Okay, now I need to shoot them, except I don't know what the shoot button is. What's the how do I shoot the cannons? Change code settings, sailing? Yeah, sailing in third person. Fire ship cannons. Apparently that is space. Yes, I'm pressing space. Not a hell of a lot is happening. I do have cannons on the back of this, don't I? No, I don't! Great! Crying out loud. There's literally no way under the sun I can actually kill these kids. Because it's 2 ships that are bigger and stronger than me. But I'm going to try and turn to the left, because my maneuverability is not excellent, and I'm going to try and shoot them from the side. Giddy, oh, this is scary. Okay, right. Because you can see there's like the little sort of segments. Oh, I think I'm moving out of range, actually. The little sort of segments are sort of showing me the like the range and the abilities of my cannons. So like if they're within that little segment, then I can shoot them, and if they're not, then they're out of range. Okay, I do apologise for the water texture. I wish they were over here, which would make life a lot easier on me, but never mind. Can I can't escape them. Okay, I need to get away from them, which means pointing in the opposite direction, because the wind is shifted, unfortunately, because that's where that big arrow is. That's showing me the direction of the wind. So I'd like to be sailing into the wind, or with the wind rather, not into it, in order to try and get away. But I don't think we're going to have a lot of success at that. So we do seem to be getting away from them very slowly. Can I press? Here we are. I can press tab in order to do the sailing in first person. Okay, so then this allows me to see the shooting, and then all the recording can get busted because the mouse is moving on its own. Sorry about that. Okay, right. I apologise for not showing you a ship combat, right? But I escaped. I feel like that was far too grandiose for the fact that I was an absolute coward. Octopus Bay. Alright, fair enough. Can I moor here, please? Oh my giddy aunt, that was really, really dangerous and really, really embarrassing because I failed miserably at that. Okay then, so we engaged in battle and they shot at us, but we didn't shoot at them because I forgot to have any cannons on the arse end of my ship. Because most ships have cannons on the front, they have cannons on the back, and then they have cannons on each side. This little ship doesn't have any cannons on the back, which is a bit of a pickle, but never mind. Okay, at least you saw a little bit of combat, by which I mean somebody shot at me and I ran away. Right, let me move the camera back, then we'll see if I can regain a little bit of dignity on this island. Right. Now we are at Octopus Bay, and that means we're going to have a lovely dinner of continental food, so that sounds exciting and lovely, doesn't it? Oh, my giddy aunt. Okay, I do wish I could have shown you the combat, because if we could have boarded one of those ships and taken the ship as our own, then that would have allowed us to have a bigger, stronger vessel, which would have been excellent. But I feel like taking on two ships at once is rather dangerous. I'd rather just try and tackle one at a time. Okay, looks like the jungle on this island is pretty small, actually. Can I go into this little house? No, I cannot. There's also no guards outside, which surprises me. Perhaps there are only guards outside the Ox Bay town because they knew that there was an English colony on the other side. In terms of Redmine, in terms of Greenford. Okay, well we have arrived, and as of yet nobody's murdered me, which is a small miracle. Okay, let's go down these little steps. I have no idea what we should be doing or where we should be going. Let me have another look at my quest book and see if it had any information here. No information there. Okay, brilliant and fantastic and terrible and awful. Okay, where is the tavern? I have no idea. Can I fast travel to the tavern? Do you mind? No, it's Nicky Man. Yeah, let me go to the tavern. Presumably it's the only place that's open at the moment. Hello, gentlemen. Perhaps these are more officers that I could hire if only I had more money. Is it just me, or does every barkeep look exactly the same? He's a very quiet one. Right then, you're a true gentleman, a rare thing around here. What brings you here? Strictly business. Business? You find yourself in the finest tavern in our archipelago. Leave that stern look at the door and have a drink. Quite right, pour me some of your best wine. Do I have to pay for this, for crying out loud? For only 1 gold, you can have the best wine you've ever tasted in your life. Alright, I'm in a gambling mood, but I want more than wine for this gold. I need information too. Alright. Some information about the city. Some very important business to discuss. I'm all ears, monsieur. I hear you have started a war with the English. Why, everyone knows of that, monsieur. You're right, they're talking about it all across the archipelago, but that's not what I'm getting at. So what are you getting at? I'm looking for work. I've my own ship and several strong men. We've been through fire and water with me. Yes, mainly we've been under fire from enemy ships, and then the water of my tears as I ran away screaming and crying like a small child. Dear. I promise I'm going to get better at this game. We're going to get bigger ships and we're going to get better at doing the fighting. But right now I'm a bit scared of getting sunk. Because getting sunk isn't fun, right? You get damp and it takes forever to get the water out of your clogs. I'm afraid you won't have much luck, monsieur. Our governor doesn't want your sword taking part in this conflict. My sword? Why is he so picky? Not picky, no, but he's worried about treason. The only exception is this chap, or possibly woman. I don't recognise that name at all. That's because he's a pure-blooded Frenchman. In fact, his mission is very important, to deliver ammunition and weapons to our fleet at captured Oxbay. You don't say. So he must be the captain of the bark, then. It does look like I'll have trouble finding work, unless maybe he would put in a good word for me. Do you know where I might find him? He went upstairs. I don't think he's left his room since. Oh, alright, I don't actually remember seeing a staircase. Oh, here it is. Yeah, presumably there must be a staircase, otherwise how under the sun could... how could he have gone upstairs? He didn't exactly climb up there, did he? Alright. Hello, friend. I wish to speak to you. And your one eye. May I ask who you are and what you're doing in here? Well, the answer to the first question is I am me. Not bad for a start, so what do you want? I know that you've been hired to escort the bark. Which again is being spelt differently, but never mind. Probably, why not? I'm short on cash. That's why I agreed to sail to Oxbay and back for the trifling sum that French skinflint offered me. What if I asked you to give me the honour of doing that? If you want this job, you must be in even worse shape than I am. I am, mate, believe me. Why on earth should I let you have it? Because if you refuse, I'll kill you. I'll pay you more than the French. We both know you don't really want to sail anywhere. What? This doesn't seem very likely, but alright. You don't want to sail anywhere. That's true, but I really need the gold. What choice do I have? If the pay is as trifling as you say, maybe you'd be wise to wait for a better offer. No thanks. Who knows when I'll get a job again? I'm a lousy trader. I'm not about to turn into a pirate. I'll have to kill you or I'll pay you more. We could go with the violent option again, but it didn't go very well last time, so I'm going to err on the side of just bribing people into stuff these days. How much do I have to pay you? So you've got some gold after all. Why do you want the job then? Never mind that. Do we have a deal? 3,000 gold! I don't care if it backfires on me. I will shoot you. You must be joking. There's no opportunity for me to do this other than kill him, is it now? Which means I can't come away from this and save, can I? No. Which means if this does get screwed up, it's going to take me even longer to get back here because I keep forgetting to save. So spoiled by autosaves in the modern era. Never mind. I guess I'm going to have to kill you then. 1,000 devils. Let's see if you're as good as you think. I'll show you, you scoundrel. This is surprisingly quiet for what is a bit of murdering. That's not a good idea. What happened? What do you mean that's not a good idea? What happened? What did I do other than murder a man in his bed? Have I lost reputation or something? Hi. You killed him. Sorry about that. What do we do now? I have no idea, right? I've got myself into the situation without thinking and also without bribing anybody because apparently that's worse than murdering people. Tell you what. You get I'll stay here and chop him up with my sword. You get a couple of empty barrels of rum, and we'll put the body bits into the barrels. We'll then carry the barrels to the port, and then we'll dump him in the sea, and the shark will eat him. There. I knew something had come to me, it just required time. You best come up with some gold. I need to pay the porters to get rid of this man and keep it quiet. Oh my giddy aunt, how much do I have to pay you? 2,200 gold! I can't kill him as well! Oh my giddy aunt. This has been an absolute disaster. It seems I'm not cut out for being a spy. It's a bit more difficult than Garrick made it look. Oh my giddy, I can't kill him as well. Fine. Fine. Next time you take it into your head to kill one of my guests, let me know beforehand, especially if it's you. Oh dear, I'll be seeing you in all the old familiar places, like the blood on the floor that we're standing in. Dear. Have I lost reputation? No. Good. Subscript. He seemed to be an extremely intractable person. He paid for that with his life. I took a letter of identification from his dead body. I should show it to the French harbour master. Then it seems I shall meet with the captain of the bark. Oh my giddy aunt, this has been an absolute nightmare. Is there anything I can take here for my troubles? Some pearls. Good. At least those can recoup some of my losses. Dear, oh dear, oh dear. I mean, on the one hand, killing him saved me 800 quid, but it didn't save me 3,000 quid, which is what I thought it was going to save me. Can I have a room for the night so that I can go and sell this to a yes, I am very conscious of the fact that there is a dead person in this room, but don't worry about it. Just double check, just in case anything respawned. I need to find a trader so that I can. I keep forgetting that I don't actually need to sleep. I need to find a trader so I can sell these pearls, and so that the harbour will be open and we can go and speak to some. We can speak to some various people. It all seems to be exactly the same, but never mind. Here we go. Okay, the sun is up. Hello, friend. Right, I am so tired. My giddy, there's another soldier up there. Okay, let me sell my bits and bobs first.
Come, look around. We have it all.
At least most of the people here seem to have French accents, which at least is in keeping with everything else. I could sell some. Why would I do that? I just killed a man with these things. Okay, let me sell both of those. Get a few of my pennies back. Anything for sale? Ooh, a long pistol. How exciting. What can I read about this pistol? Bit more damage, reload time is longer, accuracy is 50%. A common pistol with a long barrel, decent range and punch, but it reloads slowly and is not too accurate. Well, that would be better than my current pistol. So that would cost me 2.5 grand to get it. How much would I recoup from selling my old pistol? 1,100. So, how much was that? 2,700. My memory is so atrocious these days. So that would cost me 1,600 for a new pistol. I think that's worth doing. It's expensive, but I think it is worth doing. So let me buy a pistol, and then I'll sell this one here. I can't sell it because it's not been de-equipped. Let me equip this pistol. And let me sell this.
Come, look around.
I keep pressing enter. Why do I do that? Because I'm a twit, that's why. Okay, there we are. We have a new pistol, which is excellent, which means when we inevitably get ourselves into a massive fight, man alive, this man with red stockings on. At least when we next get into a massive fight, we'll have a slightly better chance of surviving it.
Bonjour, monsieur.
Do you have anything? Anything exciting or thrilling to sell or buy? Not really, no. Okay. I think we should leave it there, probably, and we'll deal with the ship next week, because goodness knows I'm not in the slightest bit ready for that. So, in the meantime, let me just wander around the, this little island for a minute, and we can look at this atrocious frame rate. Yeah, we'll just wander around, see if there's any little stashes of money that have gone hidden around hither and thither that I might be able to purloin for the sake of recouping some of the cash I had to spend. Can I slip through here? No. Can I go into this house? Yes. Anything that I can steal? Where's the box? There must be a box here somewhere. No boxes? Giddy, aren't these people are poor? Maybe they've had as much luck at being a trader as I have. Here we go. This is what I want. No, my previous point stands about them being as dreadful a merchant as me. What's that over there? Some flowers or something. Oh, that looks very exciting. Let's go have a look at that. Can I go through here? No. Doesn't surprise me in the slightest. Can I even get behind here at all? Loan sharks, obviously. No, I don't want to go in there. Okay, I don't think I can actually reach over here, but that does look the texture doesn't look sharp enough or high enough resolution for it to actually be accessible. So perhaps I'm not able to go there.
Bonjour, monsieur. At your service.
Come, look around. We have it
Or what do you want and why are you talking to me? I am an officer of His Majesty of France. Indeed, my name is Nathan Hawke.
Come, look around.
Did you approach me for a friendly chat or some actual business? I didn't approach you, you approached me. You were approaching ostrich. I'm afraid I must disappoint you, for I have no time for idle talk. Why did you come up to chat to me then, you bizarre man? Never mind. Let's go into the church and see if we can get protection from Father Bernard's identical French twin. Hello, Father Bernard's identical French twin.
Bless you, mon capitaine.
Welcome to the child. Welcome to the church, my son. Good day, Father. I'm here for confession. What can I confess about? I have sinned. I've been a naughty boy. I have plundered ships and sent... I haven't actually. I'm not good enough for that, but never mind. I've sent souls to the bottom of the ocean. I've drawn my sword in anger and taken lives. There were no Frenchmen among them, were there? What? No. Does he? Interesting. I didn't realise he was so nationalistic. Alright, that's interesting.
Bless you, mon capitaine.
Strange system of belief they have in this country. Never mind. Can I make a donation? This is a great deed you've done. I'm glad to know a young sailor doesn't wallow in sin as others do. I guess I'll give you another 1,000 gold because I really want a better reputation. Thank you for the gift. I have to go now. That still isn't enough for a better reputation, is it? No. I'm just chucking money at people for no good reason. Right. Giddy aunt. It's about time I became a firm believer in the 285th rule of acquisition that no good deed ever goes unpunished. My giddy aunt. I am not doing very well at this game, which is weird because I remember being quite good at this game back in the old days, but apparently I'm just terrible at it now. Okay, let's see what else we've got around here. This is the tavern where we were before. Let's see, there's nothing I can steal here. Any other little houses that we can access? My giddy aunt, and I have to do something about this frame rate. It seems like it's when it's in the sort of larger, more open areas. That's when it seems to tax the computer a bit more. I perhaps should have bought a more powerful one. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Is there anywhere behind here I can go? No, not at all. Alright then. What's this? This looks like, this is the word naval, and I assume they're not selling belly buttons. So I presume that they are, I presume that's the shipyard. An emerald, indeed. Okay then. Oh, this house is open. Let's go in here. See what we've got here. Hello? Anybody home? No. Thank goodness for that. Anything I can steal? Nope. Have more regal music as if we're at the governor's mansion again. And yeah, then next week we can kidnappers hideout? What kidnappers? Who's been kidnapped? I don't know. There's nobody here. The kidnappers must be away. Must be on holiday. After kidnapping a jewel which I have now stolen back. Excellent! I have done a good deed for the day. Giddy aunt. I would like to emphasise a point, right? A point about me chucking money at the church, right? Because you might disagree with me doing that. When I was making the test footage for this game...
Come, look around. We have it all.
Yes, I'm sure you do. So long as you have got plenty of money for me to sell all these gemstones for you, I'll be more than happy, mate. Here we are, 1100 for that. That makes up for how much I gave to the church. There we go. Yeah, when I was making some test footage of this game, I wandered out into the jungle at Ox Bay very briefly, just about where that signpost was, and I met a man who said that if I gave him 20 gold, he would tell everybody what a nice man I was. And I did that, and my reputation improved. So I thought that by giving 2,000 gold to various different churches, that would send my reputation to the ceiling. But apparently not. There must be some sort of different rate of return when it comes to beggars on the street and churchmen. Okay then, I think that is about enough for this week. Let's go to the... We can't go to the port? Right then. Let me try and find the port. Maybe the port's over here. Let me just try and find the port so that we can get started immediately with our quest when we arrive, when we return even next week. Is this the port? No, I think this is the place where we arrived through the gates. Perhaps through these gates here. Let me just check that this isn't the port. Is this the port? No, this is another part of the town. Goodness, this town is enormous. Though I'm slightly grateful that it's all in different segments, however, because that means none of them are too individually large, which means that the frame rate's a little bit more constant. Is the port through here? A beach. This is where they are building something. Perhaps a ship. I can't imagine they'd be building much else around here. Is he, he can't be the shipwright. Surely not. Surely he's in the shipyard. Or the Chanticleer, naval, or whatever it was called before. I've got some questions if you have a moment. I want to know what's going on in the town. Someone swindled a friend? Someone been killed? Definitely not me. Think he was really a woman with his beard? You get my drift. Again with the Redmond governor thing. Kitty, aren't you? Bunch of people are a bunch of fibbers. You all say the Redmond governor's a mischievous man. He's mischievous to me, but not to anyone else. Oh, here's the port. Finally. Oh, I do have vague recollections of this place, actually. This layout seems vaguely familiar. Alright, perhaps this is where we can, yes, find the captain of the bark that we wish to sort out. Or maybe that's the ship right there. Okay, this has been a very intense episode, and I sincerely apologise for being categorically dreadful at all of it. But never mind. We attempted to find the merchant, who was put in prison, and we failed. Well, I failed. I shouldn't blame you for this. Do you mind? Mate, thank you. There isn't any money hidden under the paw like there was before, was there? That would be sort of cool and awesome if that were the case. No. No would seem to be the short answer to that. Yeah. Then we sailed to Ox Bay, or we sailed to Greenford and tried to cross the jungle, and I failed at that. Then we tried to deal with some brigands, and I failed at that. Then we tried to deal with the French officer, and I failed at that by murdering him when I wasn't supposed to. Then we went to the Redmond governor and got given 3,000 gold, and I succeeded at that, because taking money is something that nobody can fail at. Then I tried to fight the French fleet, and I failed at that. Then I tried to get across the jungle, and deal with the man in the French tavern, and goodness knows I failed at that as well.
The uniform, oui. The mademoiselles all love the uniform.
Would you shut up? Why do these soldiers keep coming up to talk to me and then blaming me for the fact that we're having a conversation? These people need to understand that if you don't want to talk to somebody, don't initiate conversation and learn something from an introvert. Right, I'm sorry that I've sucked at this so royally. I guess I don't remember as much about this game as I used to, but never mind. Next week we'll try and deal with this ship over here, and I'll try and get a hold of a better ship. I'm going to try and board that ship if I can, so that we can have it as our own ship, which would be a bigger, stronger ship. And I'll see if I can figure out what to do with this sailcloth. I don't know why I'm so bad at buying and selling stuff. But never mind. I hope you've enjoyed it. Look after each other, and good night.